Hey, my name is Stix and welcome back to your weekly Gacha recap, a video series where I go over the latest news, pre-registrations, test phases, new releases, juicy drama, everything that happened in the Gacha genre over the course of the last week in one easy to digest format. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that little bell notification, that way you remain up to date with every single thing that I post, and I post every day. Do not miss out. Now, we have a lot to talk about, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. Let's start this off with the games that are shutting down first. Artery Gear Fusion is entering maintenance mode the same day as JP. Since the global launch of Artery Gear Fusion, we have gone through many updates and improvements together. We sincerely thank you all for your enduring support and love for Artery Gear Fusion. Memories of the exhilarating trials, the battles against puppet invasions, and the interactions with the Artery Gears are still fresh in our minds. These moments will be forever cherished in the vast universe. However, the game will receive its final update on July 18th. There will be no further content updates made. The game will remain online for the foreseeable future until they inevitably shut it down permanently. Joining Artery Gear Fusion is Dragonheir Silent Gods. This is actually a game I did 3 sponsored videos on because it was actually kind of fun. Apparently, the game is shutting down on September 16, 2024. I feel like this game was actually kind of popular. My video got like 150,000 views. There were tons of people playing it. I knew content creators that to this day were still covering it. So this is kind of out of left field. Honkai Star Rail confirmed that they are holding one of the biggest collaborative events in Gacha history. They are collabing in the third quarter of 2025, mind you. That's an entire year away. That is crazy. It is so far away. They're collabing with none other than Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, which means in Honkai Star Rail, we might get Saber, we might get Ren, we might get any of the incredible looking characters from the game, maybe Archer or Lancer. I can't wait. If this isn't reason enough to get into the game, I don't know what is. Path to Nowhere released their 2nd anniversary event trailer. I honestly didn't even know it was at that 2-year anniversary point, but holy crap, it's actually been out for 2 years and still manages to make hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month, which is crazy. Kudos to them. I'm glad to see your game is still doing well. Arknights is holding their 4.5-year anniversary live stream. This is beginning July 27th. Oh my god. Okay, 4.5 years. I've only been playing Arknights for 2 years, but that's less than half of its life. Wow. Make sure you participate in both of these anniversary events if you want all of those juicy polls, the juicy characters, the juicy rewards. Additionally, this is not concerning Arknights, rather Arknights Endfield. I'm going to have a dedicated video on this in the next couple days, but it turns out someone close to Hypergriff told the author for an article over on weishin.qq.com that Arknights Endfield is scheduled to launch globally around mid-2025, or maybe not even globally, just that it plans to launch around mid-2025. Wow. Okay. Neverness to Everness is a brand new gacha game that was announced from the developers of Tower of Fantasy. I know there are a lot of people that are, there are plenty of people that are excited for it, and then there are people that are definitely on the fence about it because of the damage that they did with Tower of Fantasy. I think the game looks good. I think it looks promising. If the devs listen to the feedback from players, I think it is going to be imperative to the game's overall success because they do not want to fall into the pitfall that they fell into when they did Tower of Fantasy. They ignored all of us global players, all of us global content creators that were telling them, no, don't do that. Don't, please, God. And then they did it, and they, I mean, you know, Tower of Fantasy and success speaks for itself. Before we discuss anything else, I want to take a moment to thank my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are phenomenal. I can't thank you all enough for the support, and let's keep talking. Horizon Walker is a brand new South Korean gacha that is probably the most degenerate gacha I've seen outside of Nornium. I post my reaction to this over on my Stix Clipx channel. I urge you to go ahead and take a look at that if you haven't already. I really need this game globally because it's just the most degenerate game you've ever seen. The things you can do with your waifus, seriously. Girls Frontline 2 has officially opened their global website. They've pushed out a global video. The game is finally launching globally. It's unconfirmed when yet, but I mean, hey, it's coming. Speaking of anniversary events, Punishing Grey Raven is celebrating their 3rd year anniversary. My god, that's actually very impressive. I love Punishing Grey Raven. I love Arknights, and I'm thoroughly enjoying Path to Nowhere. So, I mean, these games are all doing incredibly well, and we're gonna get to reap the rewards of all of these anniversary events at the same time. How are we supposed to find time for all of them, though? Jiuji Journey to the Qifeng is starting its closed beta test now, or as of the last 48 hours. I've done a dedicated video on this in the past. It looks kind of interesting. If you're at all curious what the game is like and you want to test it out ahead of its potential global release, now is the opportunity to do so. Zenless Zone Zero, which is Hoyo's newest gacha game, has managed to accumulate over $52 million over the course of an 11-day period, which is a phenomenal success for them. It made quite a bit less than Honkai Star Rail did. It made quite a bit less than Genshin Impact did, but still quite a bit more than Wuthering Waves did. So, I mean, kudos to them. They've done incredibly well with this. There's a thread opened over on the Azur Promilia subreddit that speculates the game will be launching in 2025. I have a dedicated video on this coming pretty much tomorrow. If you're interested at all, I urge you to wait for that. Promilia is one of my most anticipated upcoming gacha games. Nikke has opened Story 2 hard mode for their Beauty Shot Summer event story. If you're playing Nikke, you already know this, but if you were waiting, then now's the time to get in and complete it. Wuthering Waves is confirmed to be present at PlayStation China Joy's event from July 26th to July 29th. What this means is that we're probably going to have a confirmed release date for Wuthering Waves on the PS4 or at the very least PS5 platforms. I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later. Additionally, Wuthering Waves released the Resonator Showcase for Chongli, and it blew my mind. This is by far one of the coolest character showcase trailers for any gacha game ever. Dude, they are killing it. Also, worth noting, Wuthering Waves managed to surpass $100 million in revenue in under 2 months on mobile alone. That is a crazy number, and if you factor in PC revenue, that is probably well over $200 million. People that said the game would fail, people that said no one would spend or play, yeah. There you go. Anyone that has been looking to get into Blue Archive, now is the perfect opportunity to. They are giving up to 100 free recruitments as part of their event over the course of the 23rd through the 30th. Seriously, log in, claim these while you can. And that is everything that happened over the course of the last week in the gacha genre that mattered to me, that I thought you guys needed to be kept apprised of. If none of this is of any interest to you, though, absolutely no problem. I got you covered 2 different videos on screen right now that might be more up your alley.